I graduated from Valley Forge Military Academy and went from being told what to do nearly every moment of the day to being told nobody even cares if you show up to class. Good luck. And so I was floundering, coming from a high discipline environment to a sort of no holds barred, do whatever you want environment of college. And I went through these sort of chapters of school. I did the super senior thing for 5 years. And I went from thinking I wanted to be a music educator, which is what I initially studied, no transferable skills. And so I wound up taking a job selling Cutco knives, which taught me all these skills of how to start a conversation, how to get an appointment, how to build trust, how to overcome objections, how to negotiate effectively. And then from that, I graduated into this world of professional sales, but with a dirty little secret, something that I never told anybody. And the way I describe that professional career now is that I was the highest paid, least famous actor you've ever heard of. Because for almost 15 years, I acted like I cared about what I was doing for these companies. Would have kept on trucking along for years, but in 2015, I got told by doctors that I had beat up my voice so much through all the speaking and all the sales work and the yelling at sales conferences. It gets loud in those conference and convention rooms. And when you don't have the microphone like we do now with keynote speakers, you got to talk and project really loud. And so that beat up my voice so badly, the doctor said, if you don't have surgery to deal with the damage that's been done to your voice, in about 2 months, you'll lose your voice completely. Now, for a sales guy, that's bad enough. But there was a second part of my life that I was living. By day, I was this successful salesman who put on a suit and sold products and helped companies. By night, I was a dueling piano bar player. I got to perform professionally at bars all over the world, Vegas, Paris, on 5 continents at this point now, many countries, many states. And so not only was I using my voice all day, but at night I was singing. I was singing in smoky bars, loud bars, all sorts of places. And so when the doctor said, you're going to lose your ability to speak, it wasn't just my daytime income. It was what fulfilled me at night. It was the impact that I got to make. That's what I really cared about. When I saw people walk in the piano bar, unhappy, sad, maybe bored, looking for a good time. And at the end of the night, they're high-fiving, going, oh my God, that was good. I can't believe he sang Billy Joel like Britney Spears. That was so crazy. And that's what fulfilled me. It's summed up in a statement, or rather a question, why am I here? I think when we all look in the mirror each morning, I wish that on everyone's mirror, I could put in big black block letters, why am I here? And then to carry that further at the front door of every company, right before you could walk through to get to your desk or whatever it is that you do each day, a sign that says, why am I here? That's atop a mirror. So you have to look in the mirror and answer the question, why am I here? Because for the longest time when I got out of school, with all of the sales work that I did, I was there for the income, not for the impact. And when that was taken away from me, I didn't know who I was anymore. And so I had to re-answer and find new ways to get at that question, why am I here? Because you do something long enough, repeatedly, over and over again, it becomes who you are. And so the vocal damage was this very effective way of separating who I was pretending to be and made space for who I was. It gave me a timeout, if you will, to develop who I was. And what excites me about what we've just gone through is that the whole world, in some ways, it doesn't feel like it, but I promise you, if you're watching this, you got a timeout. I was making good money. I was there for the income, not the impact. But I know that the impact I make now is far more reaching and far more significant, and that fills me up. That fulfills me. So when I talk about creating leaders that are highly fulfilled, it starts with impact. Why are you here? I work with as a coaching client who's high up officer in the armed services. And this was a leader who would have been passed over for promotion and thus managed out of the military. That's how it works. They have this up or out hierarchy. You either get promoted or that's it. Because his ability to get in front of his troops and impact them with his words was waning. He wasn't communicating with authority. He got promoted. He got reassigned, which he wanted, to go to Japan. I think I can say, yeah. He got reassigned to go to Japan. And just the email that I got from him gushing about how excited he was over this opportunity. That is just one story of the emails, the LinkedIn messages that I get from leaders and organizations who are excited. And sometimes and I don't try for this, but sometimes I get the email that is, hey man, I saw a lot of myself in your story. But the way you get it is by making your people better, not making them better. Teach me how to be a better interpersonal communicator. Don't ask for better employees. Make better people. It's cheaper and it's better long-term. And then the employees got that same obligation that they owe their employer. You've got to go in every day and make an impact.